Hey everybody, back on schedule. This is Pastor Chris, and welcome to the Poolside Chat. Um, Not a question, but something that I want to remind everyone that's going to run every year. Today starts off National Police Week. Or excuse me, as you were, tomorrow, May 10th, starts off National Police Week. So I wanted to address this. You guys know that I do chaplaincy. We do chaplaincy with first responders, fire, and law enforcement. We reach out to our medics. I don't have a per se relationship with a group of medics other than within the fire department. And we reach out to dispatch. Although I don't visit enough, I recognize them, appreciate them, invite them to our first responder breakfast. And this in addition to veterans for who I have a heart for. It's really a heart for those who serve. But I wanted to remind everyone that Monday, or excuse me, I should redo this. Sunday, tomorrow, Mother's Day, starts National Police Week. We have had memorials. We'll have a lot of memorials and remembrances for those officers, deputies, law enforcement personnel that serve us 24 hours a day, 365, or 366 days a year. Two passages I want to share with you today as you think and wonder how to support our law enforcement as you remember them. First is one that's commonly expressed as we think about our law enforcement, God's heart for them. There are a lot of verses that recognize the work law enforcement protectors do for us. God has a heart for protectors. And I want to read you the mission that God has given them. This comes from Psalm 82, verse 3. It says, actually in verse 1, this is a Psalm of Asaph. It says, God presides in the great assembly. He renders judgment among the gods. When this was written, there were a lot of Canaanite gods. A lot of people believed in different gods. Well, God was over all of them because there was only one God. So, referring to God, this is the mission, part of God's heart, that He gave our law enforcement officers or police. Verse 3. Defend the weak and the fatherless. Uphold the cause of the poor and the oppressed. Rescue the weak and the needy. Boy, somebody didn't want me to say that. Let me read it again. Psalm 82:3. Defend the weak and the fatherless. Uphold the cause of the poor and oppressed. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. God is a God of justice, protection, and this is the role that the police have taken on. So I want you to remember that. But I also want to read something else. And this is, I don't know if this comes out of chaplaincy, maybe it does. But with all law enforcement does, with all they see, many of you have seen, if not all of you, have seen hatred and vitriol directed towards them. And they still go out and defend and do their jobs. And they would actually protect those who cuss them. There is a verse which shows Jesus' heart, who came to save, rescue, bring justice, peace, make things right with God. He's looking out over Jerusalem at the people, and he says in Luke 13:34, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone those sent to you. How often I have longed to gather you, your children, together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, and you were not willing. There is a toll that these officers take upon themselves. Not only for what they see at the times they can't help, but what they see when they do help and are unappreciated. What they see when they deliver from the hand of the wicked and justice is not served, what they carry with them over the years through the performance of their duties. I read that last verse from Luke because it shows Jesus' heart and how it hurt him when he came to save people and they rejected that goodness, that righteousness, that justice. And think of the burden our officers undergo as they continue to serve. So let me remind you of these two things. They are called to serve, to defend, to protect, to uphold the law and justice. And they also carry that burden which adds up with each call. And it's a burden that's hard for them and their families. So this police week, what do I want you to do? I would ask you to do just, two things. One, follow the law. You know, I was a speeder when I was younger. Lord only knows I had a heavy foot. But what I didn't see is the aftermath that happens when people speed recklessly and lives are hurt. That's what the officers respond to. So they're asking us to obey the law is for not only our, but all people's protection. Follow the law. And the second thing that I've asked you to do on this police week especially, just say a thank you when you see them. Thank you, and happy police week. I'm glad we have a week to celebrate you. Just say something nice. Thank you. And if it's within you, when you see them, buy them a cup of coffee, buy their meal. They're all around, they eat out. And remind them of that they're appreciated. A sincere thanks goes a long way. And so let me encourage you. And to the families too, if you know wives, husbands of officers who serve, thank them too. So right now, to all the officers, law enforcement professionals out there, happy Police Week from Pastor Chris. I pray it is a great week for you and that God will just strengthen you as you continue to serve and protect us. All right, guys, I'm Pastor Chris. Follow us, let people know, bring your questions. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble at FL Compass Church, and now on Instagram at FL Compass Church. Have a great weekend. Remember, tomorrow's Sunday, so go to church and thank an officer, and all y'all be blessed. We'll see you Wednesday.